Let us begin our meditation by breathing in through our nose, holding it for a second, out through our mouth. We will allow ourselves to go deeper and deeper with each breath, taking a step further and further inside, dropping away all concerns, all thoughts, all ideas, all fears. The goal of this meditation is to completely eliminate all of that so we can look at ourselves. Continue to drop everything away as the thoughts roll into your mind. Just let them roll away, fall away, and fade away into the distance until there is less and less left. Over time, we have built up many judgments, ideas, concepts. They're all going to roll away. Some of them have manifested themselves into our personalities, into ourself, really into our consciousness, how we look at the world, our attachments to the world. And the attachments can be good or bad. We're going to continue to breathe as we have been. Letting ourselves go deeper and deeper until we find ourselves in a forest with many trees, many dark pine trees, like a Bavarian forest. Tall trees, kind of cool. Maybe a creek running through it. We continue to walk through the forest. And we're looking for something. We're looking for what remains. What remains of the things that are stopping us from seeing our true self. Our true self, which is our oneness. It's very difficult to do this and very difficult to see our true one self unless we let all these things fall away. There are things that have grown and reinforced themselves over the years, and we've allowed them to construct themselves into our consciousness. So we continue to walk further through the forest, and up ahead we see a clearing. As we step into the clearing, we see a giant, ominous castle with solid walls going way up into the sky. It's very dark and ominous. Lots of things have happened here, good and bad. And then we realize that this is the castle that we have built, our mind's castle. The castle to protect us, the castle we hold on to, and the castle that we can hold things in, our keepsakes, the things that we find valuable to us. We can't even get into it to look at it. It's very large, very eerie, very dark. Sure, there's some beautiful things in the castle. And I look around, I see the trees in the forest. And I see the clouds in the sky. It's very dark, like it's going to snow really hard. There's no birds, no animals, no noises other than the wind. The wind that's blowing around the top of the castle. And I look at this castle, and it gives me mixed feelings. I'm scared of it, but I'm holding on to it for some reason. And I look down, and at the base, there's a hammer. And the hammer is like a real small sledgehammer. And this voice tells me that I must destroy it. Destroy the very castle that I'm looking at. And I think to myself, this is absolutely impossible. How can this little hammer ever destroy this gigantic castle? But I realize that it must be done. So I take a few swings at the castle wall. Not even dust falls off of the rocks. They're so hard. They've been there for so long, and they're so well made. By me. The castles of my mind. The castles of my consciousness. What I have held on to. My excuses. The things I love or thought I love. The things I've done or thought I've done or wanted to do. My concepts and ideas that have resulted from judgments towering in front of me. And I hit the walls with a hammer again and again and again. This time just a little bit of dust falls. Falls onto the floor of the forest, and then disappears. And this encourages me. So I begin to hit the castle walls more and more and harder and harder. And instead of becoming tired, which was a concept that was in the castle as well, as small rocks start to fall off, I become more empowered. I become stronger. My endurance becomes fresher and fresher. And I continue to hit the sides. And big sections of the rocks will fall off and fall to the ground and disappear. And I continue to hammer away, walking around the castle. With each swing, I get a little bit stronger, and I get more of the rock that falls off from the wall. And then I come into the realization that the hammer I'm swinging is getting bigger with each swing. But I'm also getting bigger. Bigger and stronger. And I continue to walk around the castle, And each time I take a swing, bigger sections of the rocks fall off. And now bigger sections of the walls start to come down. And I swing extremely hard. Nothing can stop the hammer I'm swinging. And I see these giant pieces of the wall fall. And I start to mourn these sections of the wall, the sections of me that are coming down. And as I look down, I notice that the castle is becoming smaller, and the walls are almost completely gone. And I continue to walk around the castle with my giant, heavy hammer and taking empowering, stronger and stronger swings. And I get more awake, more alert, fresher as I take each swing. Now all the walls have come down. There is only a central part of the castle that is left standing. And I know that is where I harbor my innermost ideas and thoughts, concepts in my consciousness. So I walk over to this building, this edifice, that now looks very small. I take my hammer and I raise it way up into the sky, and I bring it down so fast like a Major League Baseball pitcher's wind-up. It comes down and it smashes the central building and drives it into the earth. And I look around, and there's nothing left. The debris, the broken rocks, the broken buildings, the timbers, they've all disappeared. And I look around for a minute, and there's nothing but a sunny sky. It's beautiful, it's warm. And this is how we were designed to be, at one, in attainment. So now take this meditation and continue to meditate. Continue to enjoy your peace and repeat it as much as is needed. Find your inner peace and hold on to it for as long as you can. And come back and visit this meditation again and again until you will find that there is no longer a castle, just a beautiful woods for you to walk through and enjoy a bright, sunny, beautiful day with the birds and the animals and the flowers and the water flowing by.